All right, look, I've been using the Samsung Galaxy S25 for 5 months now, and I still stand by it that this is 85% of what the Galaxy S25 Ultra has to offer. And if you don't want the extra 15%, you don't need the extra 15%, there's no need of picking up the Ultra. Just go with the regular. If you want the extra 15%, then by all means, you can get the Ultra. It's still a good phone. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad phone, but this does 85% of what the Ultra has to offer. With a more compact display, still a great set of cameras. It's not the same setup, a decent battery life, great software. You really can't go wrong with S25. And I want to start things off with design. Now, this has been getting a lot of backlash. Like, yeah, it's the same design as the S24, but that's okay. Like, the only noticeable change is with this color, which I absolutely love, and the camera rings, which apparently do kind of fall out if you try removing them, which I haven't done and I won't be doing. But I really like this compact design, and if the design ain't broke, don't fix it. It's fine, whatever. Like, it's okay if the design doesn't change. Display is also really great. It's pretty light, IP68, and it's held up very well. I've used it in a case, and display quality is great. Yeah, it's not Quad HD, but who cares? It's still 120 hertz, still gets very bright, just like the S25 Ultra. Honestly, can you go wrong with Samsung displays anyway? Probably not. And with the 6.2-inch display, this is kind of like the new compact, I guess, in a way, new compact flagship. A 6.2-inch, 6.3-inch sized phones are the new compact. And I am going to miss like the Zenfone 10, the iPhone 13 mini. Those types of compact flagships were awesome, but who knows? Maybe we might get them in the next couple of years. We might switch back from large phones to super compact phones. I don't know. But this is, I guess for a lot of people, this is just the perfect size. Like, it's not a super, super compact, but it's not a super large phone either. It's just right in a way. But if you've used past Samsung devices, you're not going to have any issues with this as well. Fits very comfortably in the hand. You can use it one-handed, no issues whatsoever, and it holds up very well. And most people are going to be buying a case anyway with their phone, whatever case they want. And I don't think you'll have too much of an issue. Now, it doesn't have anti-reflective coating. Again, that's one of the perks of having an S25 Ultra. But if you need the anti-reflective coating, then you go with the Ultra. If not, you'll be fine with this, as is with other phones. Like, I haven't used any other phones that have that anti-reflective coating on it. So, just putting it out there. Again, it offers most of what the Ultra does, offers, but there's some things that it does. Like, it's not titanium, it's still aluminum, but does that really matter nowadays? Like, when you're making a smartphone purchase, does that matter that, the phone I'm buying has titanium? For me, it doesn't. I don't know about for others, but for me, it doesn't. So again, I wanted to put that out there as well. But design has held up in the past 5 months. The speakers also do get fairly loud. Again, not as loud as the S25 Ultra, but decently loud to watch media and all that stuff. But that's going to bring me to the software and the performance, because it's very identical, actually pretty much the same as the S25 Ultra. Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset. It's got 12 gigs of RAM. It's got Android, well, right now I'm running Android 16 One UI 8, the beta version, and it's been very, very smooth. But Samsung did release it with Android 15 One UI 7. It's been awesome. You're getting 7 years of software updates. You're getting the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor inside this phone, and it's been great. Like, it has not hiccuped once so far, and honestly, like, using this phone just like this, I don't know, I kind of want to, use this phone after my review period with other devices. Like, I think I might just come back to this because of its compact form factor and using One UI. But again, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Since I'm switching phones so often, it's just like I'm all over the place. From like the Samsung Folds to the S25 to the Google Pixels to OnePlus devices and all that stuff. So we're all over the place. But I get to test them out, and this one's very identical to the S25 Ultra. I think the only part, the only department that they share essentially on a day-to-day use case is in the software and performance department. Like, there's no really extra software features that I have on the S25 Ultra that I don't have here, well, at least that I use. Yes, there is the S Pen, so you get some extra S Pen capability, but I don't use the S Pen, so it doesn't really matter for me. If you do, then you go for the S25 Ultra. And if you're a light user, again, this is going to be great for you if you're a heavy user. So if you're going to be playing lots of games or using it for lots of social media, for watching YouTube videos and things like that, again, it's going to last you very well, very buttery smooth as well. With the beta as of right now, I hope that the stable version releases very, very soon. Samsung is doing a very good job with One UI 8, the beta version, so hopefully it does release soon. But I can tell you it's been awesome. Like, this weather app is my favorite weather app so far on any device I've used. Like, the user interface is great, and yes, I have a heat advisory as of right now, so it's been awesome. And I hope that they add new features with Now Brief. So like, let's go to Now Brief. Evening is here. Have a wonderful night. Like right now, I just see that there's a severe weather alert and just the weather and all that stuff. You can go to settings and expand Now Brief without unlocking. And obviously there's more Galaxy AI features. But for right now, you know, this is all that I get, at least. So you can get some updates to news articles and whatnot, but hopefully it expands to third-party apps. That would be awesome. But overall, great job in the software and performance department. And the cameras, again, 85% of what the S25 Ultra has to offer. The 50 megapixel main camera with OIS, and the 12 megapixel ultra wide, as well as a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto rear camera, have been great. Again, they are not ultra quality, but they're still really good and more than capable enough to start making content, to share, you know, photos and videos with friends and family. A lot of people nowadays, obviously, when they're using their smartphones to take photos and videos, it's for those two main reasons: sharing on social media and sharing with family and friends and things like that, or just keeping it on their phone as a memory. So when they look at it 15, 20 years down the line, they have those photos. But I specifically like to talk about devices and their camera use case for people who want to make content, because I started my YouTube journey with an LG G3 with my smartphone, because at the time that's what I had to start making content. And if you have the S25, S25 Ultra, whatever phone you have, it can be an iPhone, it can be Samsung, it can be a phone from OnePlus, from Google, whatever the case may be, you have a more than capable enough of a phone and its camera to start making content. So there's no excuses. Again, that's if you are focused in that direction, which I like to kind of focus more into, because that's kind of where I stemmed out from. So there's just a little bit of thing I wanted to share with you guys with that. But overall, the quality, both of photos and videos, for me, it's fine. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty stuff. So if you want to go into like more camera comparisons, that you can find that on different channels. But for regular use, it's going to be good. Now the battery, how has that held up in the past 5 months? It's been essentially the same since day one. Like, I haven't really noticed any battery degradation. It's a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. So like nowadays in 2025 standards, it's on the smaller side, like the capacity wise. And by like mid-afternoon, 5, 6 p.m., like I'm going to need to charge it. Especially like the earlier I start my day, the earlier I need to use it. But I'm getting like 5-ish hours of screen on time, which is like whatever. I'm okay with it because I'm next to chargers quite often. Like, I have wireless charger, I have wire charging, I have chargers in my car. Like, I have chargers, you know, at my desk when I'm working, when I'm out on the go. I have portable chargers, whatever the case may be. Like, I don't need to worry about not being able to charge it. So it's okay. But if in the scenario you don't have that, yeah, you got to be conservative with it, because it's on the smaller side of the capacity. The charging speeds is not, you know, it's all right. Given it's a smaller capacity, 25 watts of wired, it's like, you know, Samsung says 50% in 30 minutes. I kind of wish it was faster, but hopefully next year Samsung really does a good job in the battery department, just ups the battery speeds in every single way, but we'll see. We'll see. So it's all right. So if you're a heavy user like myself, be prepared, but if you just use your phone here and there once every couple hours, like, I think this will last you probably well into the second day, and you don't need to charge this overnight because the standby is pretty good. Now the pricing, Samsung's official like retail price is $799 for 128 gigs. 256 gigs is $859, and then there is no 512 gig option, so do keep that in mind. But I've seen this on sale quite often, and 5 months down, half a year down, its life cycle. I guess you can say it's life cycle because every year these phones are updated. I wouldn't pick this up for $799. If you find it on sale through Samsung's website, through your local, store, if you have like a phone store, retail, Best Buy, or through Amazon, or your carrier, whatever it may be, pick it up at that lower price. If you find it for $6.99 rather than $7.99, if you find it for $6.49, I've seen it at $6.49, $150 off, I would pick it up at that price. For that price, it's still, $7.99, I guess it's still worth it, but for a much lower price, it's definitely worth it. And some may want to ask, and some have asked before, well, since we're almost halfway through the year, we still have 6 months until the S26 comes out, but should we wait 6 more months? No, there's no need to wait, because I go along with this mindset. Like, this is the current phone on the market. This is the best of what Samsung has to offer in the S lineup, at least for like the vanilla model, not the Ultra. So like, if you're gonna keep waiting for the S26, when that comes out, just wait for the S27. And then that's gonna come out, wait for the S28, and then so on and so on. So it's like, should you keep waiting, or should you like just pick up what is currently on the market? Now, if it's like, that Samsung is having their event in like 1 or 2 weeks, and you pick it up, then yeah, it's like, we could have waited just a couple more weeks and Samsung was going to release their new phones, but we're not at that stage. We don't even have credible confirmation and leaks and stuff about what the S26 is going to offer. Everything at this point right now is just rumors. So this is the best Samsung regular S that you can get right now. We can talk about Galaxy S26 at the end of the year. So that's what I have to say about that. But overall, wrapping things up, it is a great phone. Again, I think this is going to be up there for me, at least, of like the best compact device to come out in 2025 so far, because I don't think we're getting any other smaller devices. I think this is just a new compact size now. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to superman the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video, because it really does help out the channel out a lot. It will help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my wallpaper pack right here. It's called Color Blast. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below, as well as my other wallpaper packs. It goes a long way in helping out the channel, as well as like my affiliate links, my Notion templates. Those also do go a long way, and I use those templates myself for the channel, for scripting and editing and all that stuff, for running my YouTube and social media business. But that's really been it. Thank you all so much for watching, and working towards my goal of 60,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. I know we can do it. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you all in the next video sometime soon with the Galaxy S25.